gluten-free market is a multi-million-dollar industry in the United States alone, and the evidence is not hard to find. This gluten-free grocery store in San Francisco has literally thousands of products on the shelves, including gluten-free matzah and gluten-free gefilte fish. And this Bay Area couple uses no gluten at all in their kitchen. Tim Horrell and Lisa Stander Horrell went gluten-free after Tim learned he had osteoporosis.
Somewhere around 20 years ago, Tim tripped over his shoelaces, klutz that he is, broke his elbows, and he was way too young to have brittle bones. It turns out that gluten was responsible. So we had to switch our kitchen over to gluten-free, and that was the easy part. Not leaving any recipe behind was the hard part.
Eventually, Tim was diagnosed with celiac disease, and for people like him, consuming gluten triggers a serious autoimmune response in the digestive system. Gluten is a protein found in grains such as wheat, barley, and rye that gives dough its elasticity.
When we ended up having to go gluten-free, what was available commercially at the time was stuff that would taste either like wet cardboard or fall apart like spooning beach sand into your mouth.
Lisa and Tim missed the Jewish foods they had grown up eating, so they embarked on a 10-year journey to replicate each and every traditional Jewish family recipe they could find.
Transforming them to gluten-free meant coming up with a formula that made them just as stretchy, just as snappy, like a pie crust, and just as delicious.
Most of the family recipes had never been committed to paper in the first place, but Lisa says she knew how they should smell and how they should taste. Does Bubby's cooking use a lot of gluten?
Oh yeah, Bubby's baking uses a lot of gluten. Bubby would make cakes, strudel, pies, tarts, everything you can imagine. Mandelbrot, rugelach, lots of gluten.
Lisa and Tim have chronicled their trial and errors on their blog, Gluten-Free Canteen. Lisa bakes and writes while Tim photographs, and they both eat the food.
What you don't want to hear as a gluten-free baker or blogger is, oh, that's good for gluten-free. What you want to hear is, wow, that's really good. I can feed that to everyone coming to dinner.
The Horrells have acquired a significant online audience, and they've created a cookbook, Nosh on This, gluten-free baking from a Jewish American kitchen. Lisa says in her childhood home, a nosh was about as important as breathing. For the millions of people on gluten-free diets, there's now an amazing array of merchandise to help them make meals that are tasty and good for their health as well. This is Rachel Silverman for Jewish News 1 in San Francisco.